What's good, y'all? I wasn't even gonna do a video today, as you see. I'm not really giving a fuck. But yeah, man, G Unit has released the track list for their upcoming EP. The Beast is G Unit EP, March 3rd. You know what I mean? Got 6 tracks, of course. I'm wondering once if they do, 3 of them. I'm wondering if they're gonna do the whole shit how Cameron did after he released all his EPs, is put it together. I just feel like they should. You know what I mean? They giving you sections where the first one was I think 6 songs, this one is 6 songs, so 12 together. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if it's kind of successful, they should work out some type of deal to put all 12 songs together, put it in stores. You know what I'm saying? Maybe change a few things around. But let's get into the track list. You got Ballin', I'm Grown, Bring the Bottles, Doper Than My Last One, Boy Boy, and Choose One. So it's basically 6 songs, no features. So you got Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, Kid, and 50 Cent doing what they do. Oh, and Tony Yayo. So, I mean, at the end of the day, y'all know how I feel about the first one. The beauty of independence. And shout out to everybody who gave a fuck to watch, but shout out to the haters because y'all motherfuckers made that video do great numbers and a dislike button. Then a motherfucker, y'all hit that shit up. So I'm not mad at that. That was my personal opinion. But it's funny because I wondered, I haven't heard nobody talk about G Unit on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram ever since that came out, but y'all praised that shit. So that's what I be saying. A lot of people be bandwagoning shit, you know what I'm saying? Keep it real. Like, I look at 50 Cent as an artist, as a collective, right? He wasn't even hot after, by the time Curtis came out, you know what I'm saying? That album was garbage. The only thing I won't say garbage, but he was irrelevant by that time. The Massacre, he was on the teeter line. You know what I mean? But by Curtis, people didn't give a fuck about him. The only thing that said that album was I Get Money. You even had people like Complex and a lot of the Source and I even heard Flex say it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you hear a lot of people that's in hip hop say that that song saved that album because every song that was dropping nobody gave a fuck about it, wasn't charting, it wasn't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So you take that for instance, then you take everybody in G Unit. The Young Buck situation. He left first, diss 50, 50 embarrassed him. Then you take the Tony Yayo situation, how he just felt like 50 didn't rock with him no more. The Lloyd Banks situation, how we still ain't got that fucking mixtape with him and Drama. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you look at all of them as an effort. Without 50, they really didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So how is it that when they come together, everybody praises them? Yeah, they did dope shit back then. When they had Get Rich or Die Trying, the first G Unit album, which was a fucking classic, and then they solo efforts. But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, they all fell off. Nobody gave a fuck once they wasn't with G Unit. So that's the part where it's like, you gotta look at that shit and keep it real. It's the same shit with the Cash Money situation, where everybody left. Who really gave a fuck about them, after they left? You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's cool that they back together for what it's worth. If they get promotion or they get touring and little album sales, whatever, what have you, but they're not really relevant. You know what I'm saying? The dopest one in G Unit by far, if he could put his shit together and put out music, is Lloyd Banks. But he's lazy as fuck. It's like no excuse. Why is he waiting so long to put out a mixtape? The last joint that he dropped with Drama, they was supposed to do a fucking 3-part series mixtape. We still never got the second part. Now I hear that he's supposed to do the Cold Corner 3. You know what I mean? The fucking cover came out, but no, nothing. Young Buck, we haven't had a mixtape for him in I don't know how long. Yayo, the same shit. Kid, we still waiting on that fucking mixtape. So at the end of the day, I mean, you take the good with the bad, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Am I a G Unit fan? I was. I can't say that, I'm not. I respect what they did for the culture. But you gotta be real. Like, they're not as relevant as they once was. They're not as powerful as they once was. So it's not me hating, because everybody gonna say, oh, you're hating. I'm not hating. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? You probably have motherfuckers that listen to all type of other shit, like a bunch of other artists. You probably got people that listen to Young Thug, Rich Homie Quan, Future, and I'm just naming like the little trap rap because that seems to be relevant. But you still have dope people like Joey Badass, Lupe Fiasco, even J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne just dropped a project. Yo Gotti, so forth and so on, John Connor. So at the end of the day, it's just so much more music out there other than people trying to rekindle a flame of hotness that they had, you know, a decade ago. Like, let's not get it fucked up. It's 2015. Like, they was hot in the early 2000s. You know, it's been 10 years plus. They don't have the same, you know, they don't even have the same focus and grind that they once had. Like the same shit that 50 was complaining about before, as far as like their work ethic. I mean, look, 50 has his hand in other businesses. You know, Power about to come back out, his TV show. Why aren't his artists out there grinding and, you know, getting the fans to, you know, fuck with them again? So it's the same shit over. So I just feel like this. After this shit don't work, 50 wash his hands with the music business, call it a day. You know what I mean? Go off into movies and TV shows and producing shit like that, because it's just like, it's the same shit. This is what you got mad at them for before, because they're not going out there basically grinding. You know what I'm saying? Putting your best foot forward and showing people that you still got it. You know, Lloyd Banks is one of the nicest lyricists in New York City. You should be out there murdering people's shit. You feel what I'm saying? I don't understand why he's not. Young Buck, great with verses, you know, on that street shit. He should be on every Dope Boy type song as a feature, killing shit. Kid, you know, he was just on, I forgot who project I had just talked about it. His verse was solid as fuck. You know, he should be out there, you know, networking and shit like that. But I'm just saying, you know, I just hope that at least this project is a little different from the first one. You know, I'm not hating on them, but it's just like they're not as relevant as they once was. I mean, we still waiting for a 50 album. You know, we still waiting for a new G Unit album. We still waiting for all his solo projects. So at least when you listen to this video and this vlog, at least take that into consideration instead of saying somebody's hating. I'm not hating. Y'all see my CD collection. I've supported music forever, but when people are not relevant, they're not relevant. I mean, y'all see my Lil Wayne review, right? I kept it real. Like, I keep it honest, and I think a lot of people don't do that no more reviews. That's why I don't really feel like talking about certain shit, because it's like people are just dick riding.